Thanks very much, Sarah. St. Louis Fed President Jim Bullard saying that he can't rule out a 50 basis point rate hike at the upcoming March meeting, and he said he advocated for one at the last meeting as well. I'll read you some other comments that are now on the wire here, reading wires from Reuters. He says he sees a policy rate in the range of 5.25% to 5.5% as appropriate. I can tell you that I know he has been at that level, which, as you know, is a quarter point above the average Fed official. He does see the drop in long-term yields as confidence that the Fed will fall, that the inflation will fall, and less need for inflation. Inflation premium inside of a Fed rate hike. So he's the second person, Sarah, to kind of advocate for this and to acknowledge that he advocated for it at the last meeting. Loretta Mester, Cleveland Fed president, also saying she wanted a 50 basis point rate hike at the last meeting and saying the Federal Reserve can accelerate rate hikes if necessary. Not much impact in the bond market, which, as we've been reporting, has already sort of started to think about the idea of an extra quarter point maybe going into June or perhaps being down to 25. But the stock market did indeed fall off on this news. Last I looked, Sarah, it was worth about 20 points to the downside for the S&P 500.
Is he a voter this year? Because I know Mester is not. And I'm just wondering if any of the voters have talked about 50 basis points.
I think Jim was a voter last year, Sarah, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I
did not update my. I don't think he's a voter this year. But, you know, as you know, Sarah, in the dynamic of the board, that may or may not matter all that much in the sense that the objective is for the board to more or less come to consensus, and that, people who are dissenting is very rare in the board. So it is interesting that there is this wing that wants to do more now. Bullard, you know, Sarah, has been an advocate of this front-loading idea. He thinks front-loading of interest rates has been really helpful, as the chair has as well, by the way. The idea of front-loading rates has helped the Fed get further in front, or at least catch up to the inflation problem.
Well, yes, it would be interesting if the center of gravity moves a little bit toward the 50, or if we see some hawkish dissents at some point. Steve, thank you.
Let me just tell you, Sarah. Oh, sorry, just very quickly. There hasn't been much change in the probabilities that we're looking at here. It's still 87% chance of probability of a 25 basis point hike. So the market, the Fed funds futures market, is not embracing this 50 at this moment.